Hello everybody, my name is Jenny and today I will be trying out gouache. I've only been painting for about a year, so this is something extremely new to me. I've never touched gouache before, but I'm really excited because I got this Himi set recently as a gift, and I've been seeing it all over Instagram and TikTok, and I really wanted to try it out. So in this video, you're really going to be seeing me, a total beginner, try out gouache for the first time, and I'm also going to be critiquing my work since after I did finish this painting, I went back and studied a little bit on how gouache works. So I'm just going to be adding things of like things I wish I would have done or what I will be doing differently in the future. And hopefully I can help others with their gouache experience as well. So first things first, I decided to draw out my painting. As you can see, my iPad is peeking out in the corner over there. That's where I have my reference. And I'm just using my pencil to measure everything out as I am drawing. I also haven't said what I will be drawing, and it is a couple of peaches on a branch. And you could find the link to my reference down below. So the very first thing that I did was get out my Himi set and start looking for colors for my peaches. I wanted to start immediately on the very obvious parts of my painting because I really wanted to continue my excitement for my painting and actually try to finish it, because sometimes if I'm not that excited about my paintings, then I leave them halfway done. Although at the time that sounded like a wonderful idea, here is the first thing that I would have done differently. I would have done an underpainting. For those that don't know what an underpainting is, it's basically like the first step you take before painting, where you create a layer of paint. It's very thin and it basically sets the tone for your painting. Think of it like your skin. You know how you have an undertone? It could be warm, cool, or neutral. And if you wear makeup, you know that those colors are important because those sets the color of your skin tone. And so when you buy makeup, you need to have those in mind in order to know what type of look you're trying to go for. So for painting, it's basically the same thing. I would have gone with the yellow undertone here, or underpainting here, sorry. And that way I can have more of a light slash warm look and feel to my painting. Throughout this whole painting, I was also struggling with knowing the right ratio between how much water I should add to the gouache. I wasn't entirely sure, and as you can see, I started out pretty thick. I didn't know if that was the right consistency. It felt right, and I wasn't too sure. So when I did went back and try to figure out what I could have done or should have done differently, I found out that as you progress within your painting, you should be adding less and less water. So meaning the first layer of paint should be with the most water because it's the thinnest layer, and you should let it dry. And then the next set of painting that you put on top of that should be with a little bit less water. So now you're going to be seeing me paint the branch and then the leaves. I don't think I have any criticism or anything like that for this part. Besides that, I wish I would have chosen a different color for the leaves and maybe the branch as well, because I felt like it was probably too harsh of a color compared to what I had with the peaches. Speaking of harsh colors, the next thing that I did was look at all the shadows and decide to pick the darkest brown I could do and go at it. Honestly, this wasn't the best decision I could have made. There were some parts where I could have used this brown, like the bottom of the peaches where it was a lot darker, but definitely not this middle part that I'm doing where there was some shadow, but it wasn't like completely dark. So I'm realizing that I can't actually paint shadows. I decided to research how to paint shadows, and as it turns out, you have to use contrasting colors. So a contrasting color is the opposite color that you're currently using based on the color wheel. In my example, I would have used blue for the branches and purple for the peaches. This isn't necessarily a gouache tip, but it is an overall painting tip. It's kind of funny because even though I've been painting for a year now, I just now found out about this since I don't really paint as consistently as I would like to. Next, I'm just using a darker shade for the peaches in order to make things just come together more. Same with the branches and the leaves. I really like how this came together. I just wish I would have used more of the background color or like left it out so that way it would have looked like highlight. I did have to go back in and add more highlight like I'm doing right now, and I'm really glad I did because it is making the peaches pop out more. Same with the branch and the leaves. The only thing that's left now is the background color, which I made it into a nice dark blue. And I'm really happy with the way this painting came out, especially because this is my first time using gouache. Thank you to everybody who watched the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Bye!